Alright guys, welcome back to another Dokkan Battle video. I've missed you guys. I just want to talk today about a thought I've kind of been fleshing out in my head, and that is, I think Super Battle Road single-handedly saves Dokkan. And I know that's a weird thought to throw out there, but hear me out. So, back on the end of, I want to say it was around the 120 meta. I want to say it was around the middle of the 120 meta. Dokkan kind of found itself in a bit of a crisis. They got to the point where they were only pumping out Dokkan event after Dokkan event, and the only real, I guess, form of content they had was that of kind of the World Tournament. And it's pretty sad when the main source of entertainment from a game is World Tournament. If you guys have played World Tournament, you know why I'm saying that. But during that time, I don't know, they had kind of a difficulty crisis. They weren't pumping out new stories. There was just nothing to do for about a solid 3 months, especially if you didn't pull the new units. Like, I want to say this problem wasn't really as present towards the end when Broly released. But around the time after the 120 lead meta started, and the 120 lead meta was the S4 Goku and Vegeta, I want to say they pumped out Gogeta and Omega soon after, but obviously didn't give them leader skills. It was just Dokkan event after Dokkan event after summonable Dokkan event, and it got to be a problem. The main issue during that time, other than the lack of content, was the difficulty crisis that I like to call it. They didn't know if they were making Dokkan events as difficulty for the top players. They didn't know if they were making them for mid-tier players. They kind of tried to hit like an in-between, and that didn't really satisfy the casual side of Dokkan or the hardcore side of Dokkan. Because if you were a veteran like me at that time, you were still breezing through events. If you were a little bit on the casual side and you were just summoning and you got okay units, you still struggled with the events. It was just not satisfying to the player base as a whole. So I think what they did is, once they devised the new game mode for it, and they came up with Super Battle Road, it single-handedly solved two issues. It gave you an end game to kind of work towards, in creating all these new stages for the veteran audience, and it gave casual audiences kind of easier Dokkan events rolling forward. And I say that knowing Master Ultra Instinct Dokkan event is out there. That one is probably the biggest exception. But nowadays, I would argue that the casual audience could beat almost every Dokkan event aside from that one. I'd say that one's probably the hardest when it comes to being a casual. But aside from that, Super Battle Road, I think, solved a lot of issues, and that kind of paved the way for new game modes for them. Obviously, they've expanded on Super Battle Road. They've done Extreme Z battles, which they've actually been pumping out pretty frequently, which I don't really mind because those are actually really fun. They've also been putting out, obviously, the Virtual Dokkan Clash. They've kind of changed World Tournaments, or at least the rewards. I kind of wish they would change the World Tournament in general, but we'll take what we can get, I guess. But they did make them shorter since the early days of Dokkan. But I think a lot of the good changes started with Super Battle Road during that 120 meta, and I think a lot of the problems that they had during the 120 meta was solved by this. If you guys have any differing opinions, I would love to start a discussion with you down in the comments down below. Do you think Super Battle Road actually made a difference in the game content-wise? Do you think that it was just another game mode? Feel free to let me know in the comments down below. I know this is a bit of a short video. It's just kind of an idea I wanted to throw out there. Because if you were on Dokkan during that dry period, a lot of people were doubtful if Dokkan was even going to make it to 4 years, to be honest, around that time. And I was one of those people. Anyway, guys, I will catch you in the next video. Well, I haven't tried, right? Have a good day, guys.